Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have a conversation about the Felice and extra stuff. The new Battle Pass chapter is coming to the World of Tanks, nothing unusual. I would guess that Battle chapter will have 50 stages or 40 stages, 1 out of 2, and you will be able to earn yourself Felice tank. With obviously 3D style, which is going to look like this. By the way, I really want to take a second to appreciate it. We have a Vikings collaboration in the World of Tanks, and in my opinion, Vikings is a banger series. I watched till maybe second or third season. I actually enjoyed it, and I really do not mind it. And you know what? I am just going to shoot straight. It's way better than the Teenage Ninja Turtles, okay? I am going to be honest. But what is the funny thing? The funny thing is that Felice tank is Italian tank, and we are talking about the Viking collaboration. I do not know is it me, but I think it is lost opportunity. Anyways, the most important thing is you can get 5 unique commanders. Ragnar Lodbrok.
I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear.
I do not have epic memory, but I think he sounds differently than he sounds in the movie. What do I mean by saying this is I think Wargaming has the right to use the faces and whatnot, but I think the voice actors are different, but maybe that's only me. We have Lagerta. I probably destroy her name, sorry.
If they think they can escape, they are wrong.
We have the Bjorn Ironside.
This is going to be a great raid. Great treasures await.
And ship sinker, unfortunate. Ivar.
This battlefield is my dominion.
And most importantly, at least for me, Floki. I just want you to pay attention at his hairstyle, okay?
The gods desire us to show our worth in battle.
If I remember this correctly, this guy was the most nuts in the series, and I actually like him. He even inspired me to use the charcoal for makeup. Anyways, that being said, looking into the bundle deals, if bundles are going to cost that much, which is Wargaming clearly said it is a sketch, so I do not know is it going to be the price, but if it will cost 3,000 gold and you are getting Floki 500 bonds, 25 times 5x experience and other goodness, it's worth it. I can tell you that it is worth it. And same goes for Lagertha. If it is costing 4,000 gold and you are getting crew member plus 20 credit boosters, in my humble opinion, that is worth it, okay? I just want to highlight, I just want to say that straight. Now, how the things are looking like, knowing Wargaming and knowing World of Tanks, we got a bit of the twist. We are playing with a tank which is a bit weaker than it is going to be whenever it will come, right? So what Wargaming is doing and what Wargaming is buffing traverse speed from 35 to 40. Engine power from 810 to 900. Specific power to weight ratio from 13.5 to 15 kilometers per hour. Traverse speed from 28 to 33. Aiming time from 2.7 to 2.5. Increasing gun depression angles to 8 degrees all over the board, and 150 meter shell velocity for a standard shell. Yes, the tanks which we received and the tanks which we got, this is not how it will look like in the main game. Well, the whole point is going to be the same, but it's going to be a bit better than what we are going to play right now. So keep this in mind, and we need to think about it whenever we are testing it and whenever we are having initial thoughts. Now, the armor. Keep this in mind that you can find armor models in the index page. And looking into the armor, wait a second, maybe we have a 3D camo over there. No, unfortunately, we do not have access to this. It's okay. So, looking into the hull looks like it is paper, 130 to 190 degrees of armor. Yeah, it doesn't look very good, right? It definitely doesn't look very good. How about side scrapping? Yeah, you cannot side scrap with this vehicle either. Okay. How about whenever you are playing hold down? The perfect hold down with this tank, and yet still you kind of can get penetrated into the turret, but not really. Honestly, looks like hold down play is going to be the right way to play with this vehicle, right? Now, please pay attention at the angles of the gun depression. As you can see on the side, this tank has like 5 degrees of the gun depression at the moment. All around it's going to be 8 degrees. So this is my problem to make this tank work, not your problem, right? And looks like improved battle pass is going to cost 3,500 gold. So is it worth it? Looking so far into the stats, right, and I haven't played with a tank, where the stats goes, it doesn't feel like the best tank in the world of tanks. I want to be honest, I want to say that straight into the face. But once again, the tank will be buffed, the tank is going to be better than the tank we are playing right now, okay? So we definitely need to keep this in mind, and we definitely will be able to see a bit better tank overall, right? It is important thing to highlight, and I cannot stress this enough. Sure, from the content creator perspective, it is kind of annoying that Wargaming is giving us pre-buffed version of the vehicle, right? And I know for you as a viewer, it's also not really nice, but in the same time, it is better than to get the tank on the day of the release without having time to pre-make YouTube videos, at least in my humble opinion. Now, this tank is a medium tank, right? Please keep this in mind. The alpha damage, 480 alpha, 256 millimeters of penetration, and we will have 1200 shell velocity with this vehicle. Now, if you are loading gold, you have 480 alpha damage, and you have 310 millimeters of the penetration. Where the speed of this tank goes, I do not hate it. I definitely do not hate it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot say it is unplayable, and I cannot say it is a slow piece of caco. I would not say so, but please keep this in mind that the reload time of this vehicle is 11 seconds. 11 seconds for a medium tank, that isn't the greatest thing ever. So, yeah, keep this in mind, fellas. Plus, on top of that, I really doubt that the gun will be excellent on this tank, okay? I do not really think that the gun handling will be excellent, but nevertheless, we are okay and we are doing the things properly. Okay, I must admit, this is kind of satisfying to slap enemies for 500 in the face, okay? This is definitely satisfying thing. Now, looking into the gun accuracy, I would definitely not call this gun OMG. Mother truckers, the gun accuracy looks absolutely amazing. I think it will troll the living crap out of people, okay? I really want to highlight this. I think where the gun handling goes, it is going to be super duper hyper turbo annoying and far away from being ideal and far away from being excellent, right? But that's what we have, and this is what this tank is all about, which is fair enough, and it is okay. Now, what do we want to do? We want to make some pressure. Minus 8 degrees of the gun depression, I believe we are going to be okay. Actually, you know what? I don't really care about making pressure like this. How about if we would say hello for a defender? Or do I care? Never mind, I care. I care, fellas. I care about making pressure like this. Let's go in front, and we are going to say hello for Mr. Borat. If I would be Borat, I would shit my pants already. And as you can see, Borat is definitely cocking his pants. Beautiful 600 in the face with a high explosive, 600 alpha damage. That makes sense that we one-shotted him, right? That's beautiful, that's nice, that's amazing. Now, Mr. Defender, how are you doing this fine day? I'm taking decade to aim for obvious reasons, because we need to. We need to aim properly in order to hit with this mother trucking tank. At least that's what I want to believe. Now, we are going to load high explosive. We are going to load the gold ammunition, which is hits, and we will try to say hello for Mr. Jack Tiger, right? I do not hate this tank. I do not hate this tank even pre-buffed stage. It is very unique tank in a way. It has a feeling that you are slapping like a bloody you are slapping like a bloody Hulk, okay? This is how it feels like. Yes, armor-wise, it doesn't feel excellent. It is not the best tank in the world of tanks, that's for sure, and this is a fact. But overall, it doesn't feel like it would be unplayable mother trucker either, right? So that is important thing to say. Meanwhile, we have Mr. Jack Tiger sitting here, and I have a feeling that he's going to shred through us like a hot knife through the butter. Luckily for us, this mother trucker missed, so that is fine. We are going to slap him again, that's good. And now he is down to fartable, so that is absolutely glorious, that is absolutely amazing. Luckily for us, he is failing to find the angle for us, and we are taking our time to aim properly. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very, very nice. So far, we are playing well, and so far we are doing a very good job overall. I am feeling pretty happy. I am feeling pretty happy. Very nice, fellas. Very, very, very nice. Don't get me wrong, I would not call this tank ideal or epic or awesome or the best tank in the world of tanks now. I can imagine that newer players will struggle with this vehicle for sure. What do I mean by saying that? Well, questionable gun handling, right? Definitely questionable gun handling. Not the greatest gun depression, not the greatest armor. It has a potential of making many folks angry or many inexperienced players angry. For a good player, I don't really think it has too much selling points overall as a tier 9 tank, because tier 9 tanks, in my humble opinion, are very powerful. Tier 9 is like the most powerful tier in World of Tanks, right? It is the most comfortable tier to play, and overall everything is fine with a tier 9. This tank doesn't feel like the best tank in the World of Tanks, but I don't hate it. I do not hate it, and that's quite a bit if you would ask me. That is quite a bit. We are not winning this battle, unfortunately. There is still a lot of things for us to do, and we need to be patient. We know that we can play relatively well hold down. We are very, very well aware of this, right? You know that and I know that. That's great, that's absolutely glorious, and that's absolutely amazing. Let's try to keep it in this way. If I would push through the middle of the field, I have a feeling that it would be a game over for us. So I do not want to do that. Since I am down to fartable, the situation doesn't look that good. I do not hate this tank. I thought it will be significantly worse. Don't get me wrong, the tank is not going to be rated good or the tank is not going to be rated epic. It just doesn't have the selling traits for that. But overall, it is, to the certain extent, it's like 1-to-1, you know, the big alpha damage mother trucker. You slap enemy and you chill, you relax, you take it easy. After that, you slap the enemy again and you chill and you relax and you take it easy. You get the point what I'm saying? This is how I am thinking about this tank, and this is how this vehicle is going to look like in the world of tanks. So for everyone who likes alpha damage, I have a feeling that you may enjoy this tank. Also keep this in mind, it will have a special 3D style. If you are going 40 kilometers per hour plus, you are going to have Eagle or Raven or Baklan, which would be a seagull, that is following you, right? So this is going to be a nice thing to see, and this is going to be absolutely beautiful. By the way, I do not know how about you, but I dig this collaboration, and I think this is absolutely amazing. And I hope that the Simpsons collaboration is going to be next, okay? This is what I am hoping for. Fingers crossed, fellas, fingers crossed. Or Breaking Bad, say my name. I do not know. Hopefully, fellas, hopefully. Those are just my preferentials, you know? Don't mind me if I do. Meanwhile, we are going to make a bit of pressure like this because our team is capping the base anyways. And I am trying to get an extra shot before it's too late. I understand that more likely I am a dead meat at the moment. I understand this, don't get me wrong, everything is completely fine. But I am just simply trying to get as much use as I physically and possibly can with this tank, right? Nothing too crazy, not a rocket science, everything is completely alright. Meanwhile, we have phase 1 who is trying to go for a base defense, and unfortunately for him he failed doing so, and it is GG finito, our team won by capping the base. Yeah, quite unique tank, fellas. And keep this in mind, this tank is going to be buffed, so it will feel even better than it did at this point. Very, 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 very interesting. I really want to get something like Westfield or something where I can actually check out how it will feel like. Now, if you are turning your turret a bit, if you are turning your turret a bit, this is far away from being ideal. You will be able to get clapped into the cheeks, so keep this in mind. You need to look directly to the enemy with this thing, right? So, the very first game, oh, by bananas, not even ace, interesting. 6.3 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage, 2 kills, first class, fellas, Spartans medal, high caliber. We are getting 1.2 thousand base experience and we made 200,000 credits, but don't look at this as a, oh my bananas, 200,000 credits. No, we completed pretty much missions, that's why. In reality, the profits are closer to 60,000, but keep this in mind, I paid for everything, right? So that is an interesting stuff. I do not hate it, and that was, by the way, the first game with this tank. It's not like I played it off screens or something. I like those first impressions videos because all the reaction you are going to get is from my heart. And on the paper, this tank looks not so great, but we'll see. Okay, round number 2. What do we have here? Erlenberg standard battle. What is the best play for us? This is what I am thinking. We clearly see that we do not have anyone playing in this side over there. That being said, I am not going to be the mother trucker sacrificial goat who will go in front and say, "Bah, team, help, bah." I'm not going to do that. I am going to play this game very, very, very safe, okay? Safe gameplay it is. We are going to build ourselves the bush over there, and we are going to wait until enemies will try to make a bit of pressure for us, okay? By the way, just to let you know, we are going to have one more video incoming with Felice on most likely Friday or Saturday. The main reason why so, because I will have a proper version of this tank and I believe I'm going to play like 10 or 20 games just to secure my opinions about the vehicle, right? I hope that makes sense, right? So we are going to have another game or another YouTube video. And I will let you know, is it worth it or it's not worth it, how to play with a tank, did my first impressions were correct or not so much, you know, and how the things are looking like overall. Now, I believe it's fair to say that to make pressure here, it's not worth it. I am literally a lone mother trucker who is covering this side, and I want to be smart here. I do not want to go in front and die for no reason whatsoever, and pushing that side, I do not feel like I want to do that either. So far we have E50 and we have Kapazander who never been spotted, so it would be absolutely amazing if we would see them coming for us, right? That would be absolutely epic. We have enough penetration to deal with them, at least that's what I want to believe, and they are going to bleed quite a bit until they are going to come closer to us. Meanwhile, we clearly can see Kapaza pushing in front like so. That is completely fine. I do not really want to give my position away, at least at the moment, and we have a Bachet sitting over there. We are going to punish Mr. Bachet into the face just like this, and we are going to move back. We want to make sure that we are not going to get punished for our stupidity while moving back like so, and we are going to be just fine. Plus, on top of that, We know that Mittler is asking to take one for the team. He's just begging to get this 500 in the face, so we are going to give him that 500, right? This is exactly what we are looking for. Now, I believe it's quite clear that Bachet will keep playing in this area and in this position, and he's going to try to ruin our game. Which is fair enough. He's trying to do what Light Tank's supposed to do, and it is to be annoying, right? So nothing too crazy, nothing unusual. We are okay with that. I am digging it, and I am completely fine with this. Meanwhile... Okay, we can clearly see that it is a Bachet job to outspot us, and he is doing that very, very well. Not a big deal, not a big thing, we are going to be completely fine. Can we take this position without getting outspotted by the enemies? This is the question. I'm going to be very, very, very patient over there, okay? I am going to be super patient. What we are looking exactly for, we are waiting until this Bachet will say, yep, it's my time to shine, blah, 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 blah. And until he would make a bit of pressure here, right? That would be absolutely amazing. Speaking about amazing, we are slapping E50 for 500 in the face. I really dig this alpha damage. Believe me or not, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I really dig this alpha damage. It truly feels... Can I say nice? Maybe. It feels different. I am really getting one-to-one vibes, but different platform, you know? Whenever your hit counts and whenever you are slapping the enemy, he's going to have a scar to remember, right? At least this is how I feel like. Meanwhile, Mr. Bachet, he could be in any of those bushes, to be fair with you. So we need to keep this in mind. Speaking about keeping this in mind, we know that type is sitting here, that is okay. We know that E50 is sitting somewhere near close, that is okay. Let's try to snap the living crap out of this type 68. Good, a bit of assisting damage is very much appreciated. I like it. I love it, I would say. I love it. That's great. I do not really think that... Wait a second. Where is that light tank? I do not even know what happened to him. But there is no light tanks left. That's even better. Thank you. T-28. Oh, Yopter rifles. T-28 is making pressure through the middle of the field. That is okay. Let's try to say hello with the hits. We're using the heat ammunition to beat the living crap out of this mother trucker. This is our play in this type of situation, right? I am aware of this E50 sitting in the back. Trust me, I am aware of that. It is okay. I see that Kapaza is pushing through the open field as well, which isn't ideal. Fellas. But that is okay. We are going to be fine. We can see that E50 is making pressure as well. That's fine, fine, fine. And unfortunately, it's not fine anymore because our team is pretty much destroyed and our team is dead. What can we do about this? Cry, cry, cry. I think cry is the right way to describe the things for us in this particular situation. Are we getting slaughtered here? I wouldn't say that we are getting slaughtered, fellas, but, you know, sometimes it happens when we have a bloody lemming train on one side and the lemming train is getting slaughtered. You know what is the funny thing of all of this, fellas? We are literally only one player that played for this flank. And I'm the last one survivor. So can we cry about the tank in this? No, our team was just simply... let's say too motivated. Our team said, ho, we are going to make pressure. It did not pay off for sure. Meanwhile, 3000 damage, 600 assisting damage. I cannot complain about this performance. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage, and we made 14,000 profits. I really want to highlight that profits doesn't look very good with this tank, okay? And I know for a fact it is going to be a premium tank. And yes, it is more credits. As you can see, it is a premium tank. Very weird. Okay. And now, fellas, last but not least, Himmelsdorf standard battle. What we are going to do, I believe it's no-brainer for us to go on top of the hill. Minus... my XDC in the game! Oh my bananas! Is it 2012? Wow! You are not seeing the CDC too often in the game, okay? I really want to highlight this, and oh my bananas, he looked sweet. He looks sweet. How often, fellas, how often do you see CDC nowadays in the battles? That's actually rare, okay? So, yeah, I'm flabbergasted and I'm excited about the guy. I know, weird, crazy. Anyways, let's go on top of the hill. I believe, fellas, we are going to get plenty of the use over there, and hopefully we will be able to slap the enemy forces without bigger problems whatsoever. Obviously, it very much depends how many enemy forces are playing on top of the hill as well, but we'll see. So far, we can definitely see MTV, that's okay. Blesk is making sure he will rebalance him. And we have a couple of other gentlemen who are joining the fight. Not a big deal. Our Baza should be able to kill MTV. That's great. Good, 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 good. Everything looks fine. I do not hate this tank. So far, from what I've seen, I do not hate this tank. Obviously, I haven't seen that much yet. But we are okay. Meanwhile, we clearly can see that Hori is aiming for us. And luckily for us, he missed the shot, so we are going to slap him or snap him. Nor we slapped him, neither we slapped him, but that's okay. Not a big deal, we are going to be fine. Enemies are playing in the crossfire over there as well, so to be fair with you, I don't really think we are sitting in such a big shithole as enemies may think we are, you know? I can see the T-30 making pressure, but I don't really think it is that relevant. Iron Arnie ass is getting slapped by our Blesk, which is fair enough. It's okay, not a big deal. Unfortunately, I missed the shot to this guy, but oh well, what can you do? Meanwhile, side angle, thank you very much. I appreciate you, and we slapped him out of this game. Beautiful. Now, Mr. T-30 is obviously slowly but surely he will try to go on top of the hill, and we will make sure that he is going to enjoy his game and enjoy his journey, right? That's all we are going to do over there. I hope that our E50 is going to join the fight and our E50 will slap the living crap out of him. But it doesn't look like our guy is going to do that. Although, once again, that's only the start. T-30 is screaming and running away. I'm trying to track him. Beautiful. It's okay. I don't really mind. Believe me or not. I don't really mind. Good E50. Ram. Oh, come on. Why are you playing E50 if you are not ramming? E50 Yopterai. Why are you playing with this tank if you are not ramming, mate? Why would you do that? E50. Oh my bananas. Okay. E50 wasn't up for ramming. That's okay. That's fine. I understand. It is not his gem and this is not what he is looking for, right? Kind of disappointing, but oh well, what can you do? And the score is 9-1. I do not hate this tank. I truly don't. At least from the first impressions. I think this tank has a bit of the beauty, right? Because of the alpha damage, you can do the smart trades, you can slap enemies, so he is going to have a scar after you. You know, that's completely fine and all sounds good until it doesn't. Missing shots with this tank is costing you a lot of HP, right? If you are missing the shot with, let's say, T-32, sorry, not T-32, T-55, for example, you are missing 320 alpha damage and you have a next shot in 6 seconds. With this one, you will have next shot in 11 seconds, right? So that's far away from being ideal and that's far away from being excellent. Which is fair enough. It is how it is. This is the price which you are paying for a higher alpha damage, right? Overall, definitely not the most horrible experience ever to play with this tank. Although the first game was good, the second game was meh, the third game was 15-3. That's World of Tanks and this is what you can expect. For now, at least, with all the buffs which Wargaming is planning to do for this tank, right? At least from what I've seen, I think I am going to... From the initial ratings, I think the tank is going to be strong 3 or weak 3 or strong 2. I don't think it is that epic as a vehicle. Even though we had a great session, we enjoyed ourselves, it was fine, right? 29,000 profits, by the way. Our performance is like 3,700 damage and 500 assisting damage. It doesn't change the fact that I do not think that this tank is going to be a game changer or the tank is going to be absolutely amazing. I truly don't think so. I think it is an average tank, which most likely Viking fans are going to get for themselves. This is how I look into this. I hope that makes sense. So, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did testing the new tank. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and please let me know in the comment section down below, did the tank look great or not so much? I have my mind set already, not so much, but hey, that's only me. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.